Sam Antar is a forensic accountant and fraud investigator, and Rabbi Joe Potasnik is an executive vice president with the New York Board of Rabbis. So, Rabbi, let me begin with you. What do you make of Senator Schumer really refusing to weigh in, not answering our reporter's question?
I think it's irresponsible. This is not the way Democratic leaders spoke before the last election about the steadfast, unbreakable bond between Israel and America. I think as a Jewish leader, the highest ranking Jewish leader, he has a prioritized responsibility to lead the way and to say, this is wrong, and stop spending all your time focusing on Israel. You're the mayor of the city of New York. I think the mayor has what we call Israelophobia. It's all Israel all the time. We get many problems here in the city. Let's deal with them.
Yeah, Sam, New York Congressman Mike Lawler sounding off on Mamdani's arrest comments. Here's that.
He was opposed to the arrest and capture of Venezuelan dictator Nicolas Maduro, who was twice indicted by our own court system. The Southern District of New York twice indicted him, and Zoran called for his release. Meanwhile, he wants to arrest a duly elected prime minister of an ally based on the International Criminal Court, of which we are not party to. It's truly remarkable.
Sam, does he have a point here?
Well, first of all, he's conducting foreign policy using the resources of the New York City government. People should be asking, if he goes to the law department, shouldn't these people be practicing local law, not international law? Why is he using those resources? Every single problem, and I can quote from an interview he recently gave, circles back to the Jews in Israel. He says, we're greenlighting tens of billions of dollars for Netanyahu's war while we're being told we can't afford you can't afford your rent, groceries, childcare, and even public transit. He's a master at misdirection.
Yeah. Rabbi, we had U.S. Ambassador to Israel, Mike Huckabee, on our program yesterday. Here is what he had to say.
Well, I would just call it a very dumb statement, but this is not a dumb person. He's well educated. He knows better. He knows he has no jurisdiction, no authority, not only because he simply doesn't have it within the powers of being mayor of New York, but he can't violate diplomatic immunity and he can't override federal authority. And then beyond all of that, the absurdity of saying that he's going to arrest Prime Minister Netanyahu for what? Because he thinks that Israel has committed genocide, which is absurd on its face.
Rabbi, I mean, he's not a dumb mayor. He knows exactly what to say to get elected. Do you think this is just more of that?
I think it's very dangerous. Not about dumb, it's dangerous because what he's doing, what the mayor is doing, is creating a more hostile climate here in New York City. Just this morning, as I was coming here, I saw a clip of a Jew getting attacked, a fractured shoulder as a result of it. We've had two synagogues a few days ago that were desecrated in Queens. No comment from the mayor's office. So I think what you're seeing is we're putting Jews in danger by these kinds of absurd rhetorical statements. The rhetoric is outrageous. It's unprecedented here in New York City, and we're not going to keep silent. And what I find very heartening is there are also Christian leaders who stand with us because we need allies. And this is something that should offend everyone because we've seen over history the attack on a Jew today is attack on a non-Jew tomorrow. And today happens to be Tisha B'Av, which is commemorates the destruction of the temples and also talks about hatred. We have too much hatred and we need to stop fueling the fire. Because, you can't say that I put more money into security and at the same time, be the arsonist.
Right.
So it doesn't bring us any comfort to know you've got more money for security, but you're inflaming the climate.
That's exactly right, Rabbi. And it's unfortunately just more than New York City. We are seeing this. We just heard from AOC as well there. I mean, she might potentially be the candidate running for president. She's leading in some polls, one in New Hampshire, Sam. So this is a major problem for the Democrats. It could be a nationwide issue if some of them are potentially running for president of the United States.
This is a depressing day. You're adding to it.
Yeah. Sam, go ahead. Yeah.
The problem with the Democrats is that Charles Schumer and wanted a big tent, so to speak. But the big tent didn't have any standards. You can't allow everybody in, Nazis, guys that have Nazi SWAT stickers on their chest, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You can't allow this. A big tent doesn't mean allowing every nutcase, every Jew hater, every racist, and every bigot into your party.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.